It has been a long since Tobin Bell truly had a leading role in a Saw movie, even if John Kramer, sometimes known as Jigsaw, is unquestionably the most recognizable character in the franchise. After all, the character passed away in Saw 3. However, Bell is once again front and center in Saw X, the 10th movie in the venerable horror genre, with the action taking place in the years between the first two installments of the series. This time, Kramer is terrorizing the proprietor and staff of a phony medical facility that had defrauded him and numerous other cancer patients out of substantial sums of money by pretending to provide a miraculous cure. When John finds out he's been duped, as you would expect, things don't go well for the con artists, and he sets up several of his legendary traps to exact retribution. The last minutes of Saw X reveal the entire scope of John Kramer's scheme and his ultimate objective. Amanda appears to be helplessly bound to the ground, while he and Carlos are bloodboarded and chained to a metal table suspended in midair. Now that they believe they have the upper hand, Cecilia and Parker can go retrieve the money that John took from them. John's last game starts when they grab the bag they believe the money is in, and Saw X says that Cecilia and Parker were always supposed to be the last test subjects in this jigsaw trap. Poisonous gas starts to permeate the room where Cecilia and Parker are held, signaling the start of the last Saw X trap. Because there is a single opening in the wall where a person's head can fit to breathe until the 10-minute timer goes out and the gas turns off, they are not both doomed to die according to Jigsaw's laws. A struggle for existence arises between Cecilia and Parker, despite their apparent affection for one another. Amanda was right when she predicted that Cecilia would kill Parker. She repeatedly stabs him in the chest. As a result, the con artist doctor can remain outside the room until the gas turns off. Throughout Saw X's low-budget narrative, Amanda and John remove the chains that are purportedly holding Cecilia and Parker captive, demonstrating that they are never truly in danger and are always in charge. After they free Carlos from the other side of the trap, Cecilia gives him the bag of money she had as a prize for making it through the ordeal. Cecilia is left trapped in the chamber with no way out, allowing the three of them to flee the warehouse securely and unharmed. Though the outcome of Saw X's final game is eventually what John and Amanda had hoped for, the journey there was not what was anticipated. They had anticipated Parker's arrival to save Cecilia, because they were aware of his genuine relationship to her the entire time. Parker and Cecilia were always supposed to end up in the control room, believing they have won, and start scrounging for the money. The aspect of the game that went wrong was Carlos' inclusion. This is because Carlos woke up earlier than normal and started practicing his soccer skills because John and Amanda took too long to arrive to the final game. It is possible that viewers will be surprised to learn the real Saw X twist regarding Parker Sears and Cecilia Peterson's connection, but John and Amanda are not. After tormenting the cab driver Diego, who revealed that the alleged patient with throat cancer was actually complicit in the scam, John discovered the truth about Parker Sears' identity. Parker was later located with the assistance of future Jigsaw replacement Mark Hoffman, Costas Mandler, though John cautioned that they would not be able to bring him in as easily. For this reason, John and Amanda placed the phone at Cecilia's reach in the rooms since they anticipated that she would call for assistance. One of the main unresolved issues in Saw X is the current state of Cecilia Peterson. Since she made it through John's last game, she should be released and given the opportunity to make amends in the real world, according to his normal standards. Cecilia is left alone in a room with John and Amanda, but there is no sign that she will be able to escape. It's possible that until Saw 11, Cecilia's fate will remain a mystery. On the one hand, Jigsaw's history and customs dictate that she ought to be let free. But since she killed Gabriella, it's possible they're okay with her dying even though they won the game. The decision by John to give Carlos the money that he and Amanda were supposed to take after the last game is a pivotal point in the conclusion of Saw X. Given that he lost $250,000 to Cecilia's scam, John's decision to give away the money is somewhat shocking, even if he has never played his games for financial gain. Although it makes sense for him to keep the money, in the end he chooses to give it to Carlos. John's choice seems to stem from his admiration for the little child, as he speaks highly of his warrior spirit. It appears that Carlos and his family will use the money that was taken from Cecilia to start over. The last seconds in Saw X's post-credits scene establish the franchise's future. In the scene, Hoffman and John Kramer are shown getting back together in the iconic Saw room as they start a fresh game on Henry Kessler, the alleged experiment victim who was actually complicit in the scam. Given that Saw X occurs in between Saw and Saw 2, The scene serves as yet further hint as to the potential existence of additional Jigsaw victims. Given Amanda's position in Saw X, it's probable that Saw 11 will carry on this plot and give Hoffman a bigger part. Saw X's themes progress slightly beyond the norm because of a more intimate tale at its core. The survival instinct and exposing the dark realities that people attempt to conceal are constant themes in the Saw films. Alternately, Saw X is about how people die because of a lack of compassion. John observes that while Parker and Cecilia both allow other people to perish in order to ensure their own life, they'd also cause extra suffering to others by lying and misleading others.